big win over Kenya, and that will give Uganda a chance to qualify for the Cup quarters, but it's all dependent on the outcome of this match. Nick Malouf for Australia, Nelson Oyu for Kenya. Here they come onto Coventry Stadium. Pool D in the balance. The Aussie 7 starting 7. Malouf the captain. Nawanga Nitawasi gets a start. The 21-year-old rookie for the Aussie Sevens. Look to Bushamwali, big Alvin Otieno, Billy Odhiambo. So much size and power in this Kenyan outfit. Physicality is their thing. Finley Brown from Scotland will adjudicate this one. But it is all to play for in this group. Samu Karevi, a hat-trick yesterday, was playing for the Wallaby 15s not long ago against England in that series. Awaits this kickoff from Kenya. We are underway in the Pool D decider. Well taken off the restart by Mark Nawanga Nitawasi. Here's Samu Karevi. Penalty Kenya early. Really good work from Billy the Kid Odhiambo at the breakdown.
And if they would have wanted to front up to any Aussie player and show their physicality, it was going to be Samu Karevi. He isn't going to find this as easy as he did against Jamaica on day one, where he was swatting them off like flies. He's going to have met his match in this game.
6'1", 108 kilograms. That's about 240 pounds. He brings the size for Australia. Kenya actually haven't listed their weights on the official statistics, but they are a big side. Make no doubt about it. And here's one of them, Billy Odhiambo, runs into Karevi. That's a fair fight. Alvin Otieno, the Buffalo. Malouf, the Aussie captain, tackles him. Here's a good carry from Bushamwali. They're keeping it narrow right now, Kenya. They've got some pace out wide as well, but they like to suck in the defenders. Odhiambo again being lively early on. Aussie defensive line holding strong for now. Otieno again gets away from Dowling. Bushamwale. Tackle coming in, but legs lifted by Nawanga Nitawasi. And that could be a bit of trouble. Sportsmanlike behaviour, goes up to check on the player.
Brilliant collision. There is the tip. They're going to look at that.
I've got a lifting tackle here, where he's lifted him above the horizontal. He's landed on his back. So for me, it's a yellow card. Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's a lifting tackle above the horizontal.
Yeah, he'll sit down for 2 minutes. Will mark.
Lifting tackle.
Nawanga Nitawasi, hugely exciting player. 5 games for the Junior Wallabies in 2019. So a power play for Kenya early on.
Crouch.
In this match.
Discipline was an issue for this Aussie team against Uganda. That's really what let them in. They had multiple cards in that game, so that's something they're going to have to cut out in this one.
Odhiambo. Pass just in front of the captain, Nelson Oyu. Does well to stay hold of possession. Australia just committing no players to the breakdown. Trying to keep their defensive line intact, but Kenya working the short side, just utilising the narrow channels here. Playing smart rugby sevens right now. Johnston Olindi, he's the quick stepper. Tony Amondi now. Herman Humwa. Bushamwale. Umwale. Nick Malouf really misses a tackle. Bootlace stuff from the Aussie captain. They've got the advantage, the Africans. Alvin Otieno has a little glimpse down the short side, and he hammers it down for Kenya. Buff Daddy brings the big stuff in Coventry.
Kenya doing their very best to punish Aussie for that lack of discipline, a player down. Look at the body angle, scooting around like that. He's such a difficult player to tackle at the best of times, but one-on-one, that close to the try line, of course he's going to score.
Omondi just misses rights, but Kenya strike first on the power play. Ah, the good vibrations, the energy of Alvin Otieno. He is a cult hero of rugby sevens. Just what Kenya needed. They'll be aware of the points difference situation as well. Stay in front here. They're safely through. And if it doesn't get out of hand in points difference for Australia, they'll go through as well. Both teams will be aware of the mathematics. Ben Dowling out of the Waratahs Academy gives it to Karevi. Here's Henry Hutchison. Matt Gonzalez to his skipper, Nick Malouf, who lifted the London Sevens trophy back in May. That's a high shot
Time off.
on the Aussie Sevens captain, Bushamwale.
They are going to have to look at this because the player was falling, so there could be mitigation. Let's see.
What I'm seeing is we've got a high tackle here by Kenya. And it's made indirect contact. And there's a drop in height, but still, I think it's a yellow card for me. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, side tackle.
So Bushamwale heads to the sideline. And as he goes off, Nick Nwanga Nitawasi will come back on for Australia. So it's a switcheroo on the power play. 7 on 6 now for Australia. Can they find points with the one-player advantage? Dowling, Karevi. Nwanga Nitawasi over the halfway line. Karevi's just knocked it on the floor. Well, the neutrals are behind another African nation here. You can tell Kenya getting the applause from the crowd. That game last night, Uganda almost beating Australia. Here's Kenya's result so far. 27-14 over Uganda, and then a big win over Jamaica. 45-0, hugely important in terms of points difference.
Set.
Penalty Kenya.
Must drive straight, not on right.
Enthusiasm from these Kenyans. There's Herman Humwa
Scrum called.
in the number 8 shirt out of the Kenya Harlequins club. So often the fulcrum, the heartbeat of this Kenyan forward pack.
And what's happening right now is absolute perfect scenario when you're a player down. Going for a scrum, that takes time. Having the scrum reset all takes time. So it's just winding down that clock where they're without a player.
If you win the pool in Pool D, you cross over with Pool A. That is New Zealand, Samoa and England's pool. So a big carrot in front of them if they can win this pool, Kenya. And here is Billy Odhiambo, named Billy the Kid when Mike Friday coached Kenya to 5th in the world, their highest ever finish on the World Series. OU.
Yeah, ball tight.
Oh, Nick Malouf just finds the opportunity to chip it through and then brilliantly dives on the ball. That's heads-up play from the Aussie captain. Deep into Kenyan territory now. They haven't been down this part of the field all game. Karevi, Hutchison, Dowling, Nwanga Nitawasi tries to offload, but it just goes forward in the tackle. And again, Alvin Otieno just willing the energy of his team, and the crowd can feel it with him.
Brilliant tackle there, fully aware of where the sideline is, gets a good grapple on the player, even forcing the knock on there as he tries to offload, dragging him out to the side.
Alvin Otieno with the big feels for Kenya.
Find
So Johnson Alindi will feed this scrum. Seconds almost out in this first half. Kenya lead at 5-0. Messy ball. Australia.
It was after the hooter.
It was after the hooter, says the referee, so it will be half-time. They'll go to drinks. Australia with plenty to talk about. Pool D in the balance. Kenya lead the Aussie Sevens 5-0.
To be able to hold up Australia in the way that they are.
Okay, can we get the
Shot of Nwanganitawasi there over on the far side. Yellow card in the first half, and just the error before half-time. Rookie tournament for him. There's the standings in Pool D. Kenya, as it stands, safely through to the knockouts, but taken in the air.
Just a penalty only.
Nathan Lawson on Tony Amondi. Just a penalty, says the referee, but they're going to have a chat here.
Like Harry.
And it's definitely worth looking at. Contact in the air. That should normally be a card.
We do have a tackle in the air, yeah. I just feel he's just got the timing wrong. And he hasn't landed in a really dangerous position. Okay. Okay, TMO check, please.
I think they need to look at this.
So can we just actually review this tackle in the air?
Now, the key is here, if the Australian player was going up with eyes on the ball and there was contact made in the air, well then that is a rugby collision. It's an accident. However, the Australian player had clear eyes on the Kenyan player. He knew he was in the air.
Finley, yes. Got a decision for you.
Yes.
It's in the air, it's deliberate, so yellow card.
Okay, yes, so because of the way he's landed, so 12. Yeah, thank you.
So a change of thought from Finley Brown, and Nathan Lawson heads to the sideline.
Thanks, Lee.
For 2 minutes, so early on in the second half, Kenya will have the one-player advantage.
Tackle in the air.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Cold.
Yeah, he was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, wasn't he?
He was, yep.
But the evidence was there.
Yep. Eyes on the player. He was in control of that tackle collision. He had the opportunity to pull out.
And a good example of officials working together.
Yes,
coming
absolutely.
to the correct outcome.
Time on, please. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Johnston Olindi will feed this scrum. Kenya on the power play, leading 5-0. Looking to book a place in the knockout quarterfinals tonight. Nelson Oyu on Corey Toole, who's come off the bench for Australia, and that's really good defence. Playing with 6 to shepherd them all the way over the sideline.
So it's been
excellent work on the flanks.
Was the player in touch first? Okay. Sorry, fellas, he's in touch first, so it will be a line out.
Literally.
Kenya on the line.
Not sure if the ball didn't remain in play before he went over the sideline. Lucky break for Australia. They'll get the throw to the line out. You need to control possession when you're down to 6, and they can do that now. Matt Gonzalez with the line out throw. They go long to Samu Karevi, set play, and the big man's off and running. What a tackle though. 5 metres out, still alive for Nick Malouf in Australia. Karevi to reload for the Aussie Sevens. They work the short side. Hutchison. Nwanganitawasi chopped to the floor. Malouf at scrum half. Samu Karevi's just gone down in back play. They're playing with 5 here, Australia. Very slow to get back is Karevi. Here's Corey Toole. He's got 3 Kenyans in front of him. Thinks better of trying to run around the outside. They've lifted him off the floor. The choke tackle in operation. Now this is an interesting moment, because Kenya, if they keep his knees off the floor, can just literally carry Corey Toole all the way to the sideline. His feet are in the air now. Referee can't blow the whistle. Live play continues. And Henry Hutchison says, yeah, just get him over the sideline and then we can... Yeah. Kenya. High fives for the Kenyan forward pack. Little Corey Toole just thrown over the sideline like a sack of spuds.
Yeah, it's one of those unusual rules. You very rarely see this. Because quite often if that player's in there, one, they're going to fight, like their life depends on it, to get that knee to the ground, which means it's a tackle, and the Kenyans have to let go. Or the rest of the team should have got in there and just hit it. If they'd have got it to deck, there would have been a chance they could have got the ball back.
Hang on. Here.
Samu Karevi coming to the sideline. There he is.
Just hold.
Made that block-busting run through the middle, tackle on him, and then he tried to get back into the play and just clutched his leg. That is bad news for Australia. That does not look good for Samu Karevi. The irony of Corey Toole getting carried slowly over the sideline there, it actually milks the yellow card for them, didn't it?
Yeah,
now they're back to the full 7, so not a bad outcome for Australia.
They should have carried him to the other side.
Samu throws the line out a little long into the hands of Dowling, and here's Corey Toole. Try scorer extraordinaire for the Aussie Sevens this season. Dietrich Roach is off the bench. Dowling again. Here's Hutchison. Nick Maloof cuts inside. Hutchison again. You can hear that contact from up here. Henry's off on a mazy run. Corey Toole now. He's got support. He won't need it. Corey Toole. Oh, the rookie sensation for the Aussie Sevens. Levels this one up.
And after what just happened to him being held up, you know he's got a big point to prove. Lovely little sidestep on the back against the grain.
Time off. Kenya, move please.
Big kick now.
Yeah, the conversion will be the go-ahead score for Australia, and it's the top point scorer in Rugby Sevens World Rugby right now, Dietrich Roach, who will take it, and he nails it. That's the value of having a sharp shooter on your roster. So Australia with the 2-point lead now. 3 minutes to go in this Pool D decider. As it stands, both these teams through to the knockout stages tonight.
First off red, then off gold.
From Kenya off the restart. So as things stand, of course, plenty of time to go in this one. Just 2 points the difference, but Australia would win Pool D and cross over with Pool A. That is New Zealand's pool. So going through as a top seed to the knockout games can have a huge impact on the outcome of the medal race. Gonzalez, Dietrich Roach, Hutchison, Lawson. Over to Nick Maloof, who's just such a workhorse for this Aussie Sevens team, but his hair never looks out of place, although he's come up with the error there. Good defensive work from Kenya.
Really good. All the pressure's on Kenya now.
Just lost forward on the floor. It's a good competition for the ball. It's just
it is good
forward.
hair, isn't it?
Time off. 10 red. Sub.
Molindi. Following on from the tackle from William Bucker, who's out there with the goggles on. He's had some eye trouble of late. There he is. Pretty serious eye trouble, actually, but he's got approval to wear the eyewear. Really good chop tackle from one of the seasoned players of Rugby 7. Speaking of which, here's Morris Longbottom coming off the bench. What a player to bring on at this stage of a contest. Trying to close this one out, but Kenya possession. Can they find a way back here and win the pool? Good carry and the penalty as well.
Number 8.
Well, this is a really, really important moment in Kenya's tournament. They've elected for the scrum here, down by 2 points. Any kind of score, and they might win the pool, and they could end up avoiding New Zealand in a cup quarter-final tonight.
And they've split the attackers left and right of the scrum. Just trying to keep Australia guessing. Aussies are backing themselves just on the left-hand side at the moment.
Daniel Tabu runs off the base, heavy contact with Dietrich Roach. Roach was slow to get up. And Edmund Anyaa has offered genuine impact off the bench for Kenya this weekend so far. Here's William Bucker, likewise, to his old mate Billy Odhiambo. Gets through the first tackle. Back to Vincent Onyala. Australia working really hard defensively. Bounce pass to Kevin Wakesa, a 21-year-old. Chopped down by Roach. Sneak down the short side from Anyaa. There's a penalty coming.
Tackling the player.
Well, there's the siren for full time, but you can't end on a penalty. Final play. Kenya will get another chance.
They will, and I think they can feel aggrieved there by the Aussie player playing them on the ground. He knew what he was doing, that cynical play, and potentially could have prevented a try.
Well, here we go. Kenya looking to score to win the pool. Maloof shoots out of the line for Australia. Really good defence from the Aussie captain, but Tabu still has it for Kenya. They've been shoved all the way back to the halfway line, but they're still in possession. Edmund Anyaa's put to the floor. Great tackling from the Aussie Sevens here. Tabu again. Billy Odhiambo. Little Morris Longbottom puts him on the ground. Gonzalez goes in to tackle for Australia. Longbottom thought he had rights to the ball, but the penalty goes the other way. They call the scrum once more. Daniel Tabu says, yes, please. We'll commit some of these Aussie forwards.
Tired bodies out there. That would have been why they didn't go for the quick tap. They want to reset, just try and grasp a breath.
Damien McGrath been in this situation many, many times in his extensive coaching career. Kenya with an opportunity here to win the pool at the Commonwealth Games. It all comes down to this. Edmund Anyaa, Roach with the tackle. Australia get the penalty. Billy Odhiambo not supporting his body weight. And that will finish it off for the Aussie Sevens. They have had to work really, really hard to close this one out.
Good, lads.
Dietrich Roach just has to tap this and put it over the sideline, and they will win the match. He does just that. You can tell who the locals were supporting, but Australia prevail. They have done it the hard way. They have beaten Kenya here by 7 points to 5, and they have won Pool D. Well, that was tight. It was tense. Both these teams will be playing Cup quarter-final rugby tonight. And no matter who you're playing the crossovers, New Zealand or Samoa, or maybe even England, it's going to be